Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm coming at you with another predictions video, this one for AEW's second pay-per-view since going weekly on TNT, Revolution from Chicago this Saturday night. The card looks pretty good on paper with 8 overall matches, 1 on the buy-in and 7 on the main card. We'll see if AEW can keep their streak going of having great pay-per-views with this one on Saturday night. So we'll get right into my predictions for Revolution. Match number 1 is on the buy-in and we'll have SCU of Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian taking on the Dark Order. With all the rumors swirling around of the Dark Order's Exalted One, their new leader coming in, whether it's Raven, Matt Hardy, whoever, it seems like the Fiend's looking for work now. He may be the leader, who knows. I feel like the Dark Order will go into this match and get the win. With the Dark Order looking to be set up to make a big impact for the rest of the run this time around in AEW. I feel like this win against SCU will just get the ball rolling, where they're just going to start adding groups. Maybe Christopher Daniels gets sucked into the group, and then they'll have the reveal of their big new leader later down the road. I think this will just set up to the Dark Order maybe for a run to get those tag team titles. So now on to the main card with the second match of the evening. And this will be a singles match and will feature Darby Allin taking on Sammy Guevara. I feel with the reactions Darby Allin's getting and the run it seems like he could really get going on, I think he'll start the main card of the pay-per-view off here with a win, beating Sammy Guevara. Darby Allin just seems to be in this kind of limbo spot, so where if AEW had a mid-card title, I think he'd be one of the top contenders for it. But since he's not, I could see him maybe just crawling up the rankings. Maybe there's a battle royal down the road or something, and he gets another chance at the world title on television. And I think a win against Sammy Guevara could start this, and maybe he gets in a full-fledged feud with Chris Jericho down the road. So now on to match number 3. And this will be another singles match, also featuring a member of the Inner Circle, Jake Hager taking on Dustin Rhodes. With this being Jake Hager's in-ring debut in AEW, I think he'll get the win here. The only way I see Jake Hager losing to Dustin Rhodes this Saturday night is if he does what he did in his last Bellator fight and knees him in the balls to get disqualified. With Hager getting his first win in All Elite Wrestling here, I could see him to start doing squash matches on Dynamite every week or every other week where he's just smashing people left and right until he gets brought up to maybe having a chance at the world title. So now on to match number 4. And this will be for the AEW Women's Championship, and we'll see the Native Beast Nyla Rose defending her Women's Championship against Chris Statlander. With Nyla Rose just winning the title 2 weeks ago against Riho on Dynamite, I don't see Nyla Rose losing to Chris Statlander here. It seems like the AEW women's division's been up and down and no one really seems to know what's kind of going on. Riho would show up every now and then and put on a decent match here and there, but it just seems like there's no other storylines built into the division. Britt Baker's biggest rival is Tony Schiavone in his past Starbucks career, and the fact that she believes she should be the champion, that she's just pissed at every other woman in the division, rightfully so. And it just seems like everyone else is in this weird state of limbo. So I feel like with Nyla Rose having the title here, we'll start seeing rivalries form in the AEW women's division, and then we'll start seeing matches where she'll be going through people before eventually losing the title to someone way down the road. So now on to the 5th match of the evening. Match number 5 will feature the Bastard Pac taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. With Pac just having a hell of an Iron Man match against Kenny Omega and coming up short, and finally it looks like closing the door on that rivalry. I think he'll have a little back and forth here with Orange Cassidy, who's having his first singles match in All Elite Wrestling, but Pac will come out on top getting the win here. The way I feel like Pac is going to be used for a good little while here is he's just going to start locking in the brutalizer on people and just holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it forever, to where he may lose a couple extra matches because the ref might reverse the decision. I don't know if that's in the rules for AEW. I get to see Pac just going on a tear, putting people on the shelf or making people disappear for a decent amount of time. So now on to match number 6. And this will be our second tag team match of the night. It will be for the All Elite Wrestling World Tag Team titles, where we'll have Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega defending their titles against the Young Bucks. With Hangman's current gimmick of him being dependent on alcohol, and the Young Bucks seem to be having a problem with it repeatedly, and Kenny kind of being in this weird spot, I feel like Hangman's gonna do something to screw this match up for him and Kenny, and the Young Bucks will walk away as the new AEW Tag Team Champions. With Kenny and Hangman losing the tag team titles due to probably Hangman shenanigans, I feel like this will automatically shoot Kenny off into a program against Hangman, probably leading into Double or Nothing, because depending on how the world title match goes, I don't see a spot for Kenny there right now. And with the Young Bucks taking the All Elite tag titles here, there's just so many matches that they'll be having for these belts. The Dark Order will get a crack at them. If not, they'll be like the last run for the Bucks, who will probably beat them. Them and Pride and Powerful will take a chance at each other again. Private Party, who beat them in the beginning of the tag team tournament to crown the champions, and maybe SCU will get another crack at the tag team titles. And just with all the past that could be set set up if the match goes like this. That's why I think the Young Bucks will walk away with the tag team titles. Now on to match number 7. And this will be a match that's been brewing for months, and it will be MJF taking on Cody. With this being set up at the last pay-per-view, Full Gear, and Cody having to jump through so many loops to finally get this match to happen, I feel like when this match ends and we have a 1, 2, 3, I think the winner will be MJF. The way I can see this match ending is Wardlow and Arn Anderson get into it at ringside where the ref is distracted and Cody goes to separate it, and MJF slips on the ring that he won in the Battle Royal and then the singles match that followed it, and knocks Cody out with the ring and gets the 1, 2, 3 and cheats to win, and prolonging this rivalry. With Cody still having that stipulation that MJF caused because he threw in the towel at Full Gear where he can't go for the world title, I feel like Cody's going to be set up in long feuds for a good amount of time here in AEW, at least for the rest of the year. And I feel as this rivalry is just too big to be blown off in one match here where they'll have to do more. So I think an MJF victory here will prolong this rivalry for months to come. So now on to the main event of the evening. And this will be for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And we'll see Chris Jericho defending his title against Jon Moxley. With all the things that have been put into this rivalry, Moxley joining the Inner Circle for all of 10 minutes, where he got the car from Jericho and then smashed the bottle over his head and created all sorts of hell in the ring. And then Moxley getting stabbed in the eye from Jericho, and all the Inner Circle jumping him repeatedly. And then we had the Brooklyn Boys for the 1 week that were just brought in to beat the hell out of Moxley, causing just complete chaos. And then this past Wednesday night at the weigh-in, where Moxley hit Jericho with that headbutt, busting him open, but then the Inner Circle is there to save the day for him. I feel like when this match is done, we will have our second AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and Jon Moxley will beat Chris Jericho. With the way AEW I feel like will be set up when this pay-per-view is all said and done, I feel like Moxley being the world champion sets up so many more matches than if Jericho is still the champion when this is over. Moxley can take on MJF. He can take on Pac if he gets rolled. Hell, if Jake Hager gets enough wins, he can be like, I beat your boy, now I'm gonna beat your little bodyguard here. Him and Darby Allin had a hell of a match a couple months ago. He can reignite that feud. If Jeff Cobb signs full-time with AEW, he can get on a roll. I could see him taking on Moxley. If Jericho is the champ, if Jericho was the champ when this show is over, I don't see too many matchups here down the road for Jericho still having that title. I just feel like Moxley's at a more versatile point in the AEW circle here. And that's why I think when this match is done in Chicago, Jon Moxley will be the world champion. So that'll do it for my predictions for AEW Revolution. Leave your predictions in the comments section below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you like what I'm doing on this channel and want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.